Hi there everyone, it's the Cartographer here, and today we'll be doing Gratitude and Treachery. By the end of this trial, you'll be extremely familiar with the power of dual-wielding chain pistols, the wonky spawning of AI in Hunt, and also just how far your patience is able to stretch. On paper, this seems like a reasonably straightforward challenge. That is, until you realise that the spawn rate of grunts in this trial means that by the halfway point you feel like you're on the walls of Minas Tirith. In this challenge, we have a few minutes to kill and banish 8 Constantina armoured, 15 grunts, and avoiding any damage whatsoever. I actually struggled a lot with this challenge, but it's really annoying because I'd always get really quite far in. There's not much to it really, but I'll show you my tactics and hopefully it helps. Alright then guys, I'll see you in there. Alright then guys, so you'll immediately notice you've got dual wielding pistols and that's pretty much all you've got. You've also got throwing knives. They're, you know, you might just ignore them, completely pointless to be honest with you, apart from emergency. The first thing I'd suggest is just rushing through as fast as you can and killing as many Constantina armors as you can. The spawn rate for grunts on this is on steroids. It's really quick and they can spawn anywhere up to and including on rooftops, which I think is really unfair. You need to be careful with your falling as well. You can fall off the roof and injure yourself that way. I'll show you a couple of safe spots, and just at the moment we've gotten really lucky with a couple of our spawns here. I'm just trying to show you, or just trying to rush through the first few Constantina. Just up here is quite nicely taking us to our first semi-safe spot. Occasionally a grunt can come all the way up these stairs and end up on the roof, but it's fairly unlikely. That roof, although it looks safe, is not. In fact, you can already see a grunt making his way over. I think it's a complete mess. They can also get in the building. I'm not entirely sure how. I don't know whether they spawn in or they just sort of follow you. You can get onto this roof as well up here by jumping on these barrels. There's also a roof on the other side of this which appears safe, but it's not really. What ends up happening is the as you're going up the ladder, it's very often that someone will be able to reach you. You can skirt these walls a little bit, which is quite nice, and take the time to spin out the herd, but eventually you are going to have to jump off to collect the bounty of the Constantina. It's another one where if you shoot too quickly you start to deafen, so that's obviously not ideal. The first half of the trial will you just be manically running around on the hull. You can see you can get up here quite quick, which is really nice. Which is the advantage on this trial compared to other. I mean, look at this. This is just not right. Someone needs to call this in. You also need to kill 15 grunts, but honestly, you'll do this by accident a lot of the time. Another nice thing is if you get onto this roof, it's very often that it's very common that the Constantina will sort of spawn out in the field. It's quite a common spawn. I think there's sort of 3 spots where they can get to. I just want to run over here and show you the other place that appears safe but really isn't, and that's this ladder. It's very often, oh, you can hear it, he went for it. It's incredibly often that the grunt will just, I don't know, come from nowhere and ruin your day. It's a trial which on paper seems really straightforward, but I promise you it's not. You can kill the grunts with throwing knives. I don't know if that's your thing, but you can see, I don't know, like did they set it for like ×2? Did they set it for like ×3? We've got a minute and a half left here. That's really good for me. I think it is quite a difficult trial, but only because of the grunts. The actual killing the Constantina is not too bad. My top tips for this one is try and get to the safe spots where you can before reloading. That's usually the rooftops. This rooftop is safe, but going up the ladder is incredibly not safe. That one at the far back is my favourite because you can occasionally shoot Constantina from there. Be careful as you're coming off the buildings because the fall damage will ruin your day. There's a couple of spots over on that side where there's bear traps. You probably won't notice them because the grunts tend to walk into them before you can, but it's something to be wary of. And just try and rush the first half. The first full concertina, you just need to get out of the way because, I mean, look at this. This is just criminal. Anyway, I'm going to run off and complete the challenge. You'll see my 3-star run. This might even be a 3-star run, but we'll see. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next challenge and hope you're well.